today we are going to be making an earth cookie. So yes, we are going to use all these different ingredients here, and we are going to put together a representation of our earth. So what I have right here in front of me is a globe, and I'm sure many of you, all of you have probably seen a globe before, but this is a representation of our earth. So one of the things that we notice about this globe is that the earth is round. So you can see that the earth is round. And there are a lot of different colors on here. And the bulk of the colors represent countries and different states or provinces. And the blue represents all of our water. So look at this globe here, and you can see that there is a lot of water on our earth. So with that in mind, we are going to make our cookie now. And I have a sugar cookie right here that's already frosted with white frosting. And so what we are going to do is we are going to cut the cookie in half. And we are going to cut it in half again. So this is now going to be in fourths. So our cookie is now in 4 even pieces. Now, the earth is made up of 71% water. So that's almost 3/4 of our cookie. 3/4 would be 75%. So 71% is almost 3/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 3 of these pieces as being water. So I'm going to use blue sprinkles, and we are going to sprinkle 3 sections of our cookie to represent water. So there are animals that live in our water. We have little bitty shrimp all the way up to giant whales and sharks and dolphins and all sorts of things, fish. And so we're going to add some fish to our cookie. So put a few fish on here. Oh, I need some more fish. Got all sorts of pretty colorful fish on our ocean. So 3/4 of the earth, so all that blue on our earth is all water. Now, we have one section, or 1/4 of our earth is land. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that in half. Now, half of that land is land that we can't live on. So that would be like the Arctic, where it's all made of ice. That would be the deserts, where it's all made of sand. And those are places where we can't live. I mean, I'm sure people try to live there, but I'm sure it's a very difficult life. So what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle brown sprinkles on the part of the earth that we can't really live on. And then we're going to add some mountains. And these mountains are also places that we can't live. I know some people do live in the mountains, but there are some really rugged mountains out there that are too hard for people to live on. So we're going to put mountains up there. All right, so now we have 3/4 of our cookie is water, and half of our 1/4 of our land is land that we cannot live on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the next section of land in half. And the next section is cities. So that's where the majority of the people live. So we have all different colors of people. So I have sprinkles, colored sprinkles, to represent all the different people that live in that area. And we also have skyscrapers in our big cities. So I've got some M&Ms that we're going to use as skyscrapers. the next section of land, we're going to divide that one in half. So now we're down to 2 little pieces of land here. So the first piece of land is going to be our forests and jungles. So we're going to sprinkle red sprinkles to represent our forests and our jungles. And then in our jungles, we have animals that live there. So there could be tigers, snakes, maybe there's bears that live in our forests, you know, so hard telling what kind of animals. So we have some gummy bears to represent all the animals that live in our jungles and our forests. So we'll put some gummy bears on there. Hopefully they'll stand up for me. Okay, so now our last little piece of the earth is our farmland. And so we're going to sprinkle green sprinkles on our farmland. And what do we like to grow on farmland? We grow corn. So I've got some, oops, I keep grabbing broken ones. So we have candy corn to represent our corn in our fields. So as you can see, we only have a little tiny wedge of our earth, our only tiny piece of our cookie that is ground that we can use as farmland. So it's very, very important that we don't abuse that property and pollute that property. We need to take care of it and protect it so that it will be there for years and years and years to come. So this is a cookie that you can make at home yourselves, and you don't have to use the exact candies or crackers that I used, but you can use anything that you have laying around the house. But this is just a good example of how we need to protect our earth and what we need to do to save our earth and how to keep it for our children and our grandchildren someday down the line. So hope you've enjoyed this presentation.